Happy Tuesday, Squeaky Chair, and to all you fine people out there. We are talking about the new 4K Steelbook of The Last Witch Hunter. I guess maybe it's not new, but new to me, and I didn't even know it existed, to be fair. Let's get right into it. We'll be right back. I hope you all had a great Easter, enjoyed your weekend. I hope your week is going well. As I said a while ago, we're taking a look at the new Steelbook of The Last Witch Hunter from Lionsgate. And I sat down and watched this with Squeaky and Nerdy Wife last night. I didn't remember much about it other than I remembered that I liked it. So I got a really good deal on it because I had some credit and it had a 1-day sale on Amazon. So I think I paid $11 for it. It's not $11, but I had credit. And $11 for a Steelbook, a 4K one at that, and a digital copy came with it, etc. I couldn't say no to that. I can't always afford really nice Steelbooks, but this was too good of a deal. So we're going to talk about that first. But first, let's take a look at what it is in case you don't know. Let's go. All right. Here we are on Critic List, The Last Witch Hunter. It's PG-13. It is quite, in regards to being family friendly, if you're going to watch this with young kids, it does have quite a bit of scary stuff in it. And it's dealing with, death and witches and fighting, and so it's pretty violent, even though I wouldn't call it gory, but just keep that in mind if you're watching it with little ones. It's from 2015, 1 hour and 46 minutes, fantasy and action adventure. Evidently you can watch it everywhere, right? Looks like they've had 15 people vote on it on Critic List. It's got pretty good scores. Rad, right? Overview is, the modern world holds many secrets, but by far the most astounding is the witches still live among us. Vicious supernatural creatures intent on unleashing the Black Death upon the world and putting an end to the human race once and for all. Armies of witch hunters have battled this unnatural enemy for centuries, including Calder, a valiant warrior who many years ago slayed the all-powerful witch queen, decimating, oh my goodness, learn English, fool, decimating her followers in the process. In the moments right before her death, she cursed Calder with immortality, forever separating him from his beloved wife and daughter. That's a horrible synopsis. It's too long. Today, Calder is the last living hunter who has spent his immortal life tracking down rogue witches, all the while yearning for his long-lost family. I mean, kinda, it's not a whole... Some of that's not true, okay? Just whatever, all right? Directed by Breck Eisner, written by Burke Sharpless, Matt Sazama, Corey Goodman, Jay Oliva, I don't know. Starring Vin Diesel, Elijah Wood, Rose Leslie, Michael Caine. There you go. All right, let's go. So, here's the deal. This is definitely an action flick. It's a Vin Diesel-driven project. He's not only the actor, he's also produced it. And he's the hero. All right? That being said, this movie is super well written. The idea behind it, it's a standalone. It's not from a comic book. It's original. And it is brilliant. The idea behind it, what's happening, the characters, they did a really good job, and it's well thought out. Yes, Vin Diesel's character 800 years ago, when he defeated the Queen Witch, she cursed him with immortality, but at this point, when she cursed him with immortality, his family is already dead. Yes, it's a recent thing, but my understanding is when they originally wrote this screenplay, his yearning for his family played a bigger role in this. Obviously, he's hurt because his family is dead, but they've basically taken that, made that a smaller part of the movie for whatever reason, right? The action is good, the special effects are good. On this Steelbook, the 4K, it looks really pretty. Yes, I had to mess with the settings a little bit, the contrast and all that, because I am half blind. I have to turn the brightness up, and even in movie, like the movie setting, sometimes I have to finagle it just to get it right for my old eyes. Through my surround sound, the audio sounded fine. Like, I didn't have it cranked real loud because it was late in the evening. If I had my wants and wishes, the dialogue would be a little louder, but I could hear it. All right? I've talked about this before. I always believe there should be more than one audio on these 4Ks. A crappy one, a middle one, and the best, so that no matter what your system is, it'll work. Whatever. It is what it is. This is not the worst. It's not the best. But I could hear it. All right. Let's take a gander at this really cool plastic slipcover. It looks really nice. I really like the symbol. Well, friends, if you're feeling tired and wore out and down, maybe you need some coffee. Might I suggest blackout coffee? Links in the description. That's the symbol for the sword and cross or whatever this group is that battles witches. I like that when the Steelbook is in, when the Steelbook is in there, the witch queen can be seen through the back. All right. So on the front, you've got a shadow of Vin Diesel with his sword and fire all around. That's important for the movie, right? And there's the witch queen. Their big battle when he kills her, everything's on fire. It's really a beautiful Steelbook. Beautiful artwork throughout. That's the tree where the witch lives inside of it. 2 discs. The artwork is really beautiful. I really like the brown and gold. It looks fantastic. It's got a Blu-ray and 4K. The Blu-ray has some special features on it. A pretty good amount of special features, if I'm being honest. It's obvious that the people that made this movie, including Vin Diesel, who I guess when he was younger really was into like D&D and fantasy stuff, right? Which is cool, right? Like, these are stories you want to hear, not pronouns and whatnots, all right? Not messaging. And I will say, what was the girl's name? Rose Leslie. Like, she did a fantastic job in this movie, and I don't really know who she is. She looks familiar, and evidently she was in Game of Thrones, but I've watched Game of Thrones. Maybe she was in one of the dark seasons that you couldn't see nothing. I don't know. I didn't recognize her from that, but it's been a long time since I watched Game of Thrones. All right, so, but she does a great job. She has good chemistry with Vin Diesel. Elijah Woods plays his normal creepy self with his big-eyed, bug-eyed self. I don't know. Like, he's a good actor, but, like, you know what you're getting with Elijah Woods, right? And Michael Caine does a great job as a father figure to Vin Diesel. But considering Michael Caine in the movie is like 80 and Vin Diesel's character is 800 and something, it's the switch, right? Like, Vin Diesel's actually the father. Like, when he met Michael Caine, he was a boy or a young, teenager or whatever. So all this applies. All this works to weave this story together. And they did a great job. I don't like scary stuff necessarily, that is a fun movie. I mean, it's creepy. It's got some really solid effects. Some of the ways they did the sword stuff, because it's got a flaming sword, or a sword that, you got to watch the movie Friends, and my brain doesn't work well enough to explain it, but a sword on fire, and you, in the special features, you get to see how they did that, and the things they did to change for the special features, etc. Right? It's just a well-rounded story. Now, some people aren't going to like it because it's got spells and witches and whatnots in it. All right, that's your jam. Groovy. I am not a fan of witches and whatever, but okay, let's be clear. Vin Diesel has done some trash. And early on in his career, he did some things to make himself look poorly in his real life with his group of people he surrounded himself with. If you don't know about that, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go into that because he's much older now. I would like to think he's much better now than he was when he first became, like, hit it big. But he's also made some bangers. And you can just take the car movies out of this, Fast and the Furious, all that stuff. Just remove that entirely. I mean, just regular movies, right? The Riddick movies, they were fine. They were good. I liked them. A Man Apart. Not many people liked, like, it didn't go over as well as it should have, but A Man Apart was a Bruce Willis-esque, character with complexity and hurt and pain throughout, and he did a fantastic job in that movie. I've got the DVD of that movie. Like, I like it. But this is one of his better movies. And I truly believe that when making this movie, look, you don't hang out with Michael Caine and make a movie with Michael Caine and you show up with 37 people with you and you don't know your lines, right? If you're going to hang out with Michael Caine, you're a professional. If you're making a movie with Michael Caine, you're going to be a professional. And evidently, Vin Diesel and Michael Caine are good friends off camera and have been for quite a while. So I would like to think that Vin Diesel grew up some. But like, he's almost past this. Now, granted, this is 10 years ago, right? This isn't a recent movie. It was made in 2015, so 10 years ago. But if you look at Vin Diesel now, like, he's going to have to start doing old man movies, right? Where's that last Fast and Furious movie? What happened? Where's it at? You made me watch the part 1. Where's the rest of it? Holly weird. Anyway, hey, I'm getting distracted. Listen, friends, it's a good movie, a fun watch. And it's a little creepy crawly and whatnot. There's some grossness in it. It deals with witches and spells and slaughtering of witch and all this stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish they would have made a sequel. It would have been cool to see a sequel to that with those characters. All right. Got to get the rest of my day going. Have a great rest of your week. We'll be back later this week, probably talking about Hard Boiled or The Golden Child. I know, way late on that one, but didn't have the money for it when it came out. All right, friends, have a great rest of your week. We'll see you later. For Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd, have a good day.